became the version you broke. I used to speak without shaking. I used to trust what I felt. Now every word feels defensive, like I'm bracing for something else. I wasn't born this guarded, I wasn't raised to be cold. But you taught me how to disappear every time I was too bold. They say people change for no reason, but that's not how it works. No one becomes this broken without being hurt. I became the virgin you broke, the girl I swore I'd never be. I learned to love with fear in my chest and walls where my heart should be. I don't blame you for leaving, I blame you for what stayed. I became the version you broke, and I hate her every day. I sense when someone gets close, I apologize when I breathe. I carry guilt that isn't mine, like it's part of me. I don't cry when I should cry, I laugh when I'm in pain. I love your survival from your silence, and now it's etched in my name. You didn't mean to ruin me, you were just careless and gone. But damage doesn't need intention to live this long. I became the version you broke, the one who doubts every truth. I question love before it starts. I don't believe in truth. I don't miss who you were, I miss who I used to be. I became the version you broke. I wish I could go back and warn myself, tell her to leave before it hurts, tell her love shouldn't feel like survival, or teach you how to bleed first. I don't hate you, that's the truth. I just hate what pain made me do. I became the version you broke, not stronger, just aware. I learned how to stand alone, but forgot how to feel safe there. I'm trying to unlearn your damage, trying to ignore unlearn I became the version you broke. Now I'm learning to heal their names. I didn't change because I wanted to, I changed because I survived. I was standing right outside, trying not to knock too loud. I practiced what I'd say to you, like it might change the end. Every word feels dangerous when I don't know where you stand. Your door is closed, the lights are low, I don't know if you're home. But my heart's been waiting here, feeling more alone. I know how the story goes, I know how much it hurt, but loving you still feels easier than letting go first. I wish you would let me in again, even if it breaks me too. I know we weren't perfect, but I was real with you. I'm scared you'll shut me out for good. I'm scared I'll fall back in, but I still wish somehow you'd let me in again. I tell myself I learned my lesson, that I should walk away, but every step I try to take leads me back your way. I don't need promises this time, I don't need forever said. I just miss the feeling of rest in my head. They say second chances hurt the most, and maybe that's true, but nothing hurts like wanting someone who once wanted you. I wish you would let me in again, just for one more try. I know I'll probably lose myself, but I'm already losing mine. I'd accept the risk to pay the doubt, I'll take it all on the chin. I just wish somehow you let me in again. If you say no, I'll understand, I won't ask twice. I carry this up quietly, like a scar in time. But if there's even a part of you, then this is who we've been. I'm right here, still hoping you'll let me in. I wish you would let me in again, even knowing who this ends. I don't need saving, I just miss my friend. If loving you is a mistake, this what I'm living, because part of me still belongs to you. I wish that you'd let me in and still outside, but I haven't left. If pain had a price, I'd be rich by now. I've been carrying this weight so long, it feels like part of my skin. Every smile costs me something, every breath feels thin. I don't cry like I used to, I just laugh at the ache. It's funny how broken hearts learn how much damage they can take. They tell me time will fix it, like time hasn't already tried. I've survived every version of pain, I'm just tired of being alive. Where can I sell my pain? I don't can I sell my pain? I've loved people who didn't stay, trusted words that didn't mean. I've forgiven more than I should have, just to feel something clean. Now my heart feels overcrowded with memories I don't need. If pain were a currency, I'd finally be free. They say you're stronger now, but strength feels like dead. I didn't grow from the damage, I just haven't quit yet. Where can I sell my pain? I'm done holding it inside. It's too heavy for one heart, too much for one life. If someone wants this suffering, they can take my share. Just tell me, where can I sell my pain? I traded for a quiet mind, for one night without regret. I'd sell the tears, the scars, the nights I wish I could forget. No refunds, no returns, I've used it all. These years of pain, had any buyers left, they'd already be here. Where can I sell my pain? I don't want it anymore. I paid enough to feel this way, I can't afford it more. Is letting go was simple, I'd be gone by yesterday. So I'm asking, if you find the place, let me know. There was a second I wish I could erase. We were standing close enough that I could hear you breathe. You said a word so casually, like it didn't mean anything. I smiled like it was nothing, like I wasn't about to break. But something inside me shifted in that moment. I regret it didn't look like goodbye, didn't sound like the end. But I felt my whole future fall apart in my hands. That was the moment I regret. The second I should have stayed, I should have held you tighter, I should have begged you to wait. Now every night replays it like a movie I can't forget. One breath, one word, one look, that was the moment I regret. I didn't fight when you walked back, didn't ask you to explain. I thought silence would protect me, but it only fed the pain. Now I replay every detail, the light, the sound, your face. I didn't know that one small moment could decide my fate. They say regret fades with time, but time just makes it clear. I didn't lose you slowly, I lost you right 'cause I didn't say no. If I could step back just once, I wouldn't change the past. I'd only change myself in the moment that didn't last. I wouldn't be so quiet, I wouldn't let you leave. But wishes don't rewrite the damaged memory keeps. I was the moment I rebelled, and I carry it forever. Some mistakes don't scream or bleed, they just stay silent and heavy. I don't blame you for leaving, I blame myself instead, because love didn't fail me. I failed in a moment I regret. I still live there sometime, in that second. I didn't stop loving you, I just stopped asking you to stay. I used to wait for signs in your voice, used to read between every line. Every silence felt like a warning, I was running out of time. I memorized excuses for you, learned how to take the blame. I kept believing love would change you if I loved you the same. I asked you to choose me quietly, hoped you'd finally see. But wanting someone to stay should never feel like begging on my knees. I stopped asking you to stay, stop proving I was enough, stopped holding doors you wouldn't close, stopped calling absence love. I didn't lose my feelings, I just lost the fight. Stopped asking you to stay. The night hope went quiet, I noticed where you stopped trying. When your touch didn't feel the same, you were already halfway gone. Well, I still said your name. I learned how to sit with disappointment, learned how to let it be. You don't leave all at once sometimes, sometimes you just slowly leave. I could have screamed, I could have cried, could have asked you one more time. But love shouldn't have to commit someone to stay, and is worth the time. I stopped asking you to stay, asking you to stay, when I realized I was already lost. If I walk away quietly, it's not because I don't feel pain. It's because loving you taught me that silence can be self-respect. I won't chase someone who's leaving with their mind already gone. I stopped asking you to stay, stopped hoping you'd come back, stopped breaking myself in pieces to keep us intact. I didn't find closure or peace. I didn't win or lose. I just chose to stop begging for someone who'll never I didn't stop loving you, I just stopped asking you to stay. I wait until the sky starts crying, so mine won't be noticed. I walk alone when the streets are empty, hood pulled low, eyes on the ground. Everyone thinks I'm strong in daylight, but nights are where I fall apart. I don't talk about what's breaking me, I don't explain the ache inside. Some feelings are too heavy for words, so I let the weather hide them. I smile so no one asks questions. I nod like everything's fine, but there are things I can't say out loud, not even if I try. Cry under the rain where nobody sees my face. I let it fall with the sky so my tears don't have a name. I'm not weak, I'm just tired of pretending I'm okay. I cry under the rain, it's the safest place. How to swallow my sadness, how to breathe through the pain. I answer I'm okay automatically, like it's something I trained. Some nights I scream without sound, hands shaking hard too loud, but the rain covers everything, every crack, every breakdown. They say healing not fighting anymore. I'm just letting go. I gave you chances you didn't earn, forgave the things that never changed. I kept hoping you'd become someone who wouldn't hurt me this way. Every promise felt familiar, every sorry sounded the same. I stayed loyal to a feeling that kept putting me in pain. I told myself love meant endurance, that walking away meant I failed, and staying where I'm not respected is the bravest thing I've escaped. I surrender. I don't need this love anymore. I don't need excuses. I don't need a hurt like before. I'm done proving I'm enough, done begging on this floor. I surrender. I don't need this love anymore. Stop trying to explain myself, stop waiting for you to choose. Love shouldn't feel like survival, like something you constantly lose. I learned how to be alone with you, and it broke something inside. Being lonely in love is worse than saying goodbye. I don't hate you, I don't blame you, I just see the truth now. Love doesn't ask you to disappear just to prove it knows how. I surrender. I don't need this love anymore. I don't need it fake perfection that leaves me empty and sore. I choose peace over passion, I choose myself over war. I surrender. I don't need this love anymore. I stayed longer than I should have, loved harder than I was loved, but I won't carry this heartbreak like it's something I deserve. Letting go doesn't mean I'm weak, it means I finally care for me. I surrender. I'm laying this pain down. I don't need false love to tell me who I am. Now I gave you everything I could, and I'm proud of myself for that. I surrender. And I'm not looking back. I don't need this love I didn't know when you stopped choosing me. I just kept choosing you. You held my hand like you meant it, but your heart was already gone. I blame myself for the distance, thought I was holding you wrong. You said you were just tired, said love goes through its phases. So I stayed through the silence, calling neglect patience. I fight for what we used to be while you were learning how to leave. I was was fixing what you broke. You were already free. I loved you longer than you loved me, and that's the part that hurts the most. I kept believing in forever. You were already letting go. I gave you days, I gave you chances, I gave you more than I had left. I loved you longer than you loved me, and I paid for it myself. I remember feeling lonely while you were right next to me. I felt the shift before I saw it, but I chose what I wanted to believe. You stopped asking how I was, stopped fighting for the truth. I was holding on to memories, you were holding on to excuses. Just stop choosing me. I loved you longer than you loved me. The truth cuts the deepest now. I stayed when you were already gone. I see clearly somehow. I'm not angry, I'm just empty from carrying us alone. I love you longer than you love me. I didn't imagine the distance, I just ignored it too long. We knew again. And room is quiet but not peaceful, just empty in familiar ways. I don't reach for you anymore, but I feel you in the days. I don't miss your voice on my phone, I don't wish you'd walk back in, but being alone feels dangerously close to how it felt when I loved you then. It's not your face I'm searching for, it's the warmth I lost inside. Loneliness wears your memory like a place I used to hide. Loneliness feels like loving you again, like reopening a door I closed. Not because I want you back, but because being alone feels close. It sounds like your name in silence, it hurts in the same old way. Loneliness I've learned how to live without you, learned how to breathe on my own. The nights don't care how strong you are, they remember what you've known. I don't cry the way I used to, I don't fall apart like then. But this ache doesn't need your presence to feel like you again. It's not about missing you, it's missing who I was with you. Loneliness copies love's shape when there's nothing else to do. Loneliness feels like loving you again, like touching something unfinished, like a love, just the echo, what never fully ended. It fills the space you left behind, it calls me back to die. Loneliness feels like loving you again. And I hate that it feels the same. I don't want you back, I just want this feeling to stop pretending it's you. Loneliness feels like loving you again, and I'm tired of reliving it. Not because I still want your heart, but because I never finished it. I learned to sit with empty space without calling it your name. But tonight, loneliness feels like loving you again. It's not you, it's the quiet. I'm falling apart inside. I answer texts with one word lies, say I'm fine like it's rehearsed. I learned how to hold eye contact while my chest is doing worse. I show up clean, I show up calm, I laugh right on the cue. Nobody sees the shaking hands or how I'm coming unglued. I don't ask for help, I don't explain, I don't wanna be away. It's easier to carry all of this than to watch their faces change. I'm falling apart in silence, breaking when no one looks. I'm smiling through the violence that my own mind took. I don't make a sound when I'm drowning, I just sink out of sight. I'm falling apart in silence every night. My room knows all my secrets now, the walls don't interrupt. I sit with thoughts I never say, I cry until I'm numb. I tell myself just one more day, like that's secure somehow. So I learned to be invisible till I'm falling apart in silence, learning how to hide the cracks. I carry everything alone, so no one has to ask. I don't wave my arms when I'm drowning, I just fade from the light. I'm falling apart in silence every night. I want attention, I don't wanna be sad. I just wish someone noticed before I learned this pain. I'm not okay. I'm just quiet. I'm falling apart in silence, but I still get out of bed. I still show up breathing with everything unsaid. It's saying this never asking, then let master the fight. I'm falling apart in silence, but I'm still alive. I don't scream anymore. I just disappear. I miss who I was when I loved you. I don't miss you. I miss me. I used to laugh without thinking, sleep without checking my phone. I trusted my own reflection. Before loving you felt like alone. I gave away parts of myself without knowing I wouldn't get them back. I became quieter, smaller, careful, trying not to crack. I thought love meant changing slowly, becoming what someone needs. I didn't notice I was disappearing while you stayed free. I miss who I was when I loved you, before I doubted every word I said, before my worth depended on your mood, before my heart learned regret. I don't ache for your arms around me, or the way you used to say my name. I miss who I was when I loved you, and I don't feel the same. I stopped asking what I wanted, started asking what you'd like. I called it compromise, didn't know I was losing my spine. I remember being confident, standing taller than I do now. I don't know when I became afraid or speaking out loud. They say love is meant to grow you, but acts strength to make you stay. I confuse devotion with erasing everything in my way. I miss you I was when I loved you, when my voice didn't shake with fear, when I did rehearse every sentence before letting it appear. I don't replay your goodbye, I replay to go. I became. I miss who I was when I loved you, and I don't recognize her face. I don't regret missed who I was when I loved you, and I'm still finding my way. I didn't lose you. I lost myself. Don't scream, I just watch. I see you smiling like you're free, like nothing ever happened to me. You walk past like I don't exist, like my name is something you missed. You don't look back, you don't hesitate. You move so fast, I move too late. I stay quiet, I stay kind, swallow everything I feel inside. I don't ask you who she is, I don't need to know her name, but truth is loud enough already. In the way you've changed, I hold my pain while you hold her hand. I break in places you don't understand. You replace me without letting go, left me bleeding in the in-between. I stay silent, you move on like I was never something strong. I hold my pain while you hold her hand. I replay moments you forgot, every promise, every thought. I loved you quietly, deeply real. You loved me until it wasn't convenient to feel. You didn't say goodbye to me, you just stopped choosing us. Now I'm learning how invisible love can turn a person into dust. I don't hate her, I don't blame you, I just wish you had the nerve to let me go before replacing everything I gave, everything I was. I hold my pain while you hold her hand. Smile like this and it was always planned. You didn't leave, you slowly erase every trace of me from this space. I stay here hiding quietly. You start over easily. I hold my pain. Do you know what it feels like to be replaced without being released? To still love someone who already chose peace. I don't ask you to come back, I don't ask you to stay. I just wish you didn't heal all that I hate. I hold my pain while you hold her hand and pretend that I'll be okay in the end. You found happiness somewhere new, I'm still learning how to lose you. I don't chase you, I don't beg, I just carry what's left. I hold my pain while you hold her hand. I hope they never know that it costs Everyone thinks I'm okay, but they don't see how heavy it is. I hold myself together in public, smile like nothing's wrong. I carry conversations easily, pretend I've been strong all along. I listen more than I speak now, keep my pain neatly packed. I don't ask for help anymore, I don't even know how to ask. They say I'm brave, they say I'm steady, say I always survive. But surviving every single day is quietly ruining my life. I'm tired of being strong, tired of holding it in, tired of being the one who's fine when everything hurts within. I don't wanna be the hero, I don't wanna prove I belong. I just want a place to fall apart. I'm tired of being strong. I don't cry like I used to, I don't break the same way. I just feel this constant pressure, like I'm running out of space. I carry everyone's expectations, wear them like armor in his skin, but no one notices the weight until I'm collapsing within. They say you'll be okay eventually, like time fixes it all, but nobody talks about the night where straight feels like a wall. I'm tired of being strong, tired of standing alone, tired of being dependable when I feel so unknown. I don't want applause to survive it, I don't wanna prove I'm tough. I just want permission to rest, because being strong is too much. What if I stop holding it together? What if I finally let it show? Would anyone stay and listen? Or would they tell me to be strong again? How time it fixes. I just need to breathe. I'm tired of being strong, tired of being strong, tired of carrying pain quietly just to keep everyone satisfied. I don't need saving or answers. I don't need to be so brave, I just wanna feel safe enough to finally lay this strength down. I used to flinch at every word, used to shake when you'd pull away. Now I just stare at the ceiling, waiting for the next thing you'll say. I memorize the way it ends, every lie, every excuse. You don't surprise me anymore, I already know what you'll do. I don't cry like I used too. I don't beg you to stay. Pain stopped knocking politely. Now it just lives here anyway. So hurt me more, it won't feel new. I've been bleeding quietly since I loved you. Another scar, another night, another reason not to fight. If this is all you have left, go on, hurt me more. I remember when it mattered, when your silence broke my chest. Now it just feels predictable, like I've learned to expect less. I stopped hoping you'd change, stopped waiting for proof. Love turned into endurance, and I'm tired of surviving you. I don't ask why anymore. I don't need to understand. When someone hurts you enough times, you stop reaching for their hands. So hurt me more, I'm already numb. You can't break what's empty from everything you've done. I don't scream, I don't run, I just stay and let me come. If pain is all you offer, go on, hurt me more. I used to wonder how much I could take, now I don't even count. Love taught me how to disappear without leaving a brown. If this is what loving you costs, then I've paid it all before. You don't have to hold back now. You can hurt me more, so hurt me more. I won't collapse. I learned how to breathe through pain, how to live like this. You don't scare me anymore. You don't chase the sloss. I feel in the moment you needed to hurt me more. I think the worst part is I don't feel anything now. I trusted you. You hurt me. I didn't guard my heart with you. I thought I didn't need to. I gave you the benefit of doubt every single time. I believed your tired excuses, called your silence fine. I let my walls fall down for you, showed you everything. I thought trust meant safety. I was wrong about that thing. You didn't have to break me loudly, you didn't have to scream. All it took was choosing yourself. While I still believe I trusted you, and you hurt me. That's the part I can't erase. Love heals slower than lies do, and trust breaks harder than pain. You didn't stop, you didn't lose me. You chose what sets you free. I trusted you, and you there. I convinced myself your distance was something we could repair. I loved you with open hands, no conditions, no disguise. You closed yours around truth. But you were already halfway gone. And I say, I trusted you with my name, my fears. I gave you years of my life, and you disappeared. You know where it would hurt the most, and you went there anyway. Trusted you, and I survived. But I'll never love the same way. No matter how hard I try, you broke something deeper than love, something I gave carefully. I trusted you, and you hurt me. Next time I trust someone, it won't be this easily. I left you quietly. You made it a scene. I left you quietly. You made it a scene. I loved you in small, invisible ways, in rooms no one could see. I protected your name in conversations, even when you were hurting me. I stayed silent through your shadows, covered cracks with loyalty. I carried us in my chest alone, while you stood comfortably. I never needed applause for loving you, never asked to be seen. But I didn't expect you to end us like I meant nothing. I loved you quietly. You left loudly, turned my pain into a headline, like it didn't wound me. I held it gently in private, you dropped me publicly. I loved you quietly. You left loudly. I swallowed words to keep the peace, bit my tongue to make you stay. I made excuses for your distance, place until I lost myself. I wait. You told us to read without my voice, hating me like I was wrong. You walked away with the spotlight while I learned how to be strong. I would have handled the truth in silence. I would have let you go, but you turned my love into noise and called it closure. I loved you quietly, never crossed the line. You shattered me in public like my heart was yours to define. You didn't just leave the relationship, you erased my dignity. I loved you quietly. I loved you quietly. You laughed loudly. I say respectfully even while breaking. I never spoke your signs, but you made sure everyone knew how lonely you could live. I wasn't weak for loving you softly. I was real. I loved you quietly, and I'd do it again, because love doesn't need an audience to be genuine. But the way you went, give us solely who you chose to be. I loved you quietly. You laughed loudly. Some love whispers, something screams. You found your words when it was safe, when the fire wasn't in your hands. You learned the cost of silence after I already made my stand. You say you see it clearly now, like clarity came overnight. But everything you're naming was my reality that night. I begged for truth when it mattered, you saved it for regret. Some lessons only speak after damage is already said. Your apology came after the lesson was learned. What happened to you already happened to me first. Some sorry show up when healing's moved on, when the crying is quiet, when the bleeding is gone. I don't hate you, I just can't stay in a moment that arrived too late. Your apology came after the pain, and I'm not there anymore. You say you finally understand how it felt to be alone, but I lived that understanding every night you weren't home. You say you do it differently if you could turn back time, but I already paid the price for every line you crossed as mine. I carry weight you never felt until it landed on your chest. I survived what broke you down and happened to you already happened to me first. Some stories arrive when healing has moved on, when strength replaced the damage you caused. I don't wish you harm, I just can't stay in a chapter that ended this way. Your apology came after the pain, and I'm finally gone. Some apologies heal nothing, they just arrive too late. If I knock on your door tonight, please don't answer. I know exactly how this ends. I've memorized the pain, the way you pull me close at first, then push me back again. I swear I'm stronger every time, but I still lose control. You feel like home when I'm weak. That's what scares me the most, to tell myself I'm done with you, that I finally learned. But love is louder than the truth when my heart still burns. Don't let me in again, I don't trust myself with you. I know you'll hurt me slowly, and I'll still follow through. Don't say my name like it's safe, don't hold me like a friend. If I come back begging for you, please don't let me in again. I remember how you promised change, how I believed every word. I stayed through all the warning signs, ignored what I deserve. You never forced me to stay, that's the part that hurts the most. I walk back every time alone, like I needed the ghost. I don't hate you for the damage, I hate me for the excuse, for confusing love with longing, for choosing you. Don't let me in again, I'm not strong when you're near. I forget every lesson the second you're here. I know the shape of this pain, I know how this will end. So if I come back crying for you, please don't let me in again. Love shouldn't feel like danger, like something I survive. I shouldn't have to beg myself just to stay alive. I don't need you to save me, I need you to stay away. Because the hardest part of healing is knowing what to say. Don't let me in again, even if I'm falling apart, even if I say I miss you with my whole heart. This isn't strength, it's survival. This is how I defend. If I come back loving you again, please don't let me in. If I knock, let the silence answer. Delicious. delicious. Tastes better when it's not yours, right? So tell me, was it sweet enough? Taking what I already love. Did it feel good wearing my past, like borrowed clothes that never last? You smiled while eating what I left, calling it fate, calling it meant. Funny how you call it destiny when it's just leftovers on your plate. You both look proud, I'll give you that. Standing tall in what you stole, but trash always finds its place. Different hands, same story, same role. Delicious, was it sweet taking everything from me? Are you happy now, calling betrayal a victory? You took my time, my trust, my name, and wore it like you won the game. Delicious, hope it tastes exactly how it is. I don't regret the truth I learned, just the time I never earned. People like you don't leave a scar, you just show me who you are. You think you want something rare, but I see what you both share. Fake love shines, the stars to rot, just like promises you forgot. I'm not angry, I'm aware, that's the part you didn't plan. If he crossed that line for you, don't act surprised when he does it again. Delicious, was it sweet taking everything from me? Are you proud now, calling betrayal a victory? You took my heart, my trust, my time, and called it love, called it divine. Delicious, hope it tastes exactly how it is. He betrayed me to love you. You call that loyalty? If you cross that line once, why would you think you're special to him? I didn't lose anything worth keeping. I walked away with clarity. You stood with doubt, just up a certainty. Delicious, don't choke on what you stole. You didn't take my future, just a chapter I outgrow. I don't regret people like you, just the minutes I misplaced. Delicious, enjoy it before it dies. Delicious, same trash, same game. I stayed long after I disappeared. I learned your moods like second skin, adjusted who I was for you. I softened every sharp edge I had, so loving me felt easier to do. I laughed when I wanted to scream, I bent when I should have stood tall. I called it compromise back then, now I know I lost it all. I kept saying this is love, even when I felt erased. I thought staying in loyalty, but I just faded away. I stayed until I lost myself, until my voice went quiet too. I gave you every piece of me and forgot what I used to be before you. I don't recognize my reflection now, I don't know where I fell apart. I stayed until I lost myself, trying to keep your heart. I stopped wanting things for me, stopped dreaming out loud. I learned how to be convenient, how to not take up space around. You didn't ask me to disappear, that's what hurts the most. I vanished slowly on my own, just to keep you close. I mistook survival for love, silence for being strong. I stayed because I was afraid. I don't miss the lot. I miss who I used to be. Instead I just lost myself, and I can't find her yet. She's buried under all the love I should've been given away. Freedom is a fear again, but maybe that's the step. Staying cost me everything, including my heart. I couldn't leave you. I left myself first. If pain could kill me, I wouldn't be here now. I remember the first time it hurt. I thought that would be the end. I cried like it was the worst thing. Didn't know it would happen again. Every promise broke in a new way. Every goodbye cut deeper than before. I kept surviving things that should have killed me once or more. They say I'm strong for staying alive, but they don't know what that means. I didn't survive because I healed. I survived because I couldn't leave. If pain could kill me, I'd be dead 1,000 times. Every tear, every heartbreak, every night I tried to survive. I felt enough to disappear, enough to not be here anymore. If pain could kill me, I'd be dead long before this song. I learned how to breathe through damage, smile while everything burns. I stopped asking why it hurts so much, started counting the lessons learned. Some people break you once and leave, some stay and do it slow. I loved someone who hurt me daily and called it letting go. They say time will fix the wounds, but time just watched it grow. Scars don't fade when the knife returns, it just learns where to go. It's pain to kill me, I'd be dead 1,000 times, with buried parts of who I was, just trying to stay alive. I don't scream, I don't fight, I just endure the night. If pain could kill me, I wouldn't still be here tonight. I didn't choose to be this strong, I just didn't have a choice. Every time my heart collapsed, I lost another voice. I don't live because I'm serious, I live because I'm numb. It's surviving is winning. Then why do I feel dead? If pain could kill me, I'd be dead 1,000 times. I've walked through things that should have ended me, and still crossed every line. Don't call me brave, don't call me healed, I'm just breathing, nothing more. If pain could kill me, I'd be dead long before this life. I'm still alive. but I've died enough. Liar, 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 liar. You said you loved me, like it was easy to say. You looked me in the eyes and swore, said my heart was what you wanted for sure. You promised things you couldn't keep, and slept at night while I couldn't sleep. Every word felt so perfectly, like you practiced them just for me. I trusted you with all I had, didn't know love could hurt this bad. I believed the way you said my name, like it actually meant something. I didn't know I was falling for someone who never planned to stay. Liar, liar, you said forever like a joke. Every promise felt so real, but every word was smoke. Your actions told a different story. You disappeared when I needed you most, then came back acting like you were sorry. You gave me hope just to take it back, left me guessing where I went wrong. I blame myself for your dishonesty, for trusting you for far too long. You don't lie loudly, you lie so calm. That's what makes it dangerous. I never saw. Liar, liar, you laid me down the words. I believed in every sentence while you were rehearsing yours. Liar, liar, you broke me without a sound. You didn't shatter me with truth, you destroyed me with lies. I don't know which part hurts the most, that you lied or that I trusted you. I'll replay every I love you, wondering which one is real. If honesty was never your plan, why did you let me feel? Liar, liar, I don't hate you anymore. I just hate the part of me that believed every word. You didn't steal my heart, you let me hand it to you. And now the lost, learning the truth. You said you loved me, and I believed you. Don't leave while I'm still here. Please don't go yet. I'm still standing here. I haven't stopped trying, not once, even when it hurt to breathe. I keep fixing the things you break, like maybe that'll make you stay with me. I know I'm not perfect, I know, but I'm still reaching for your hand. You're already halfway out the door, and I'm pretending I don't understand. I don't need promises tonight, I don't need you to swear it's fine. I just need you to see me now before you leave me behind. Don't leave while I'm still here, while I'm still choosing you. Don't walk away so easily, like I'm nothing you ever knew. I'm still fighting for us alone, still believing we're not done. Don't leave while I'm still here. I'm not ready to be the only one. I feel you slipping out of reach, even when you're next to me. Your voice sounds further every day, like love turned into memory. I keep saying we'll be okay, but my hands are shaking when I do. I'm holding on to something fragile that's already letting go of me all. I know you're tired, I can tell. I see it written on your face, but don't erase me so quietly, like I never mattered in this place. Don't leave while I'm still here. Oh, my heart is still open wide. Don't shut the door without a word and leave me stranded on this side. I'm still hoping, still breaking, still loving you somehow. Don't leave while I'm still here. Please don't give up on me yet. I don't know who I am without you. I'll never learn how to let go. You already learned how to leave, and I'm still begging you to slow down. Please slow down. Don't leave while I'm still there, while I still feel everything. Don't make me want you to disappear, when I'm still holding on to hope. Like it's a thing, I'll survive someday, I know, but not tonight, not like this. Don't leave while I'm still here. Please don't do this. I was still trying, and you still left. You left, but the pain stayed. You packed your words and walked away, like nothing else was yours to keep. You said goodbye like it was clean, like love doesn't sink that deep. You took your voice out of the room, your shadow off my wall, but something heavier than you refused to leave at all. They say goodbyes are endings, they say closure sets you free, but you didn't take the damage when you left it all with me. You left, but the pain stayed, like it's signed my name in stone. You moved on with lighter steps. I learned how to hurt alone. I don't miss you the way I did, but the ache still knows my name. You left, but the pain stayed. I don't replay every moment now, still feels dangerous. When nights stress you long, you healed by forgetting me. I healed by surviving days. You closed the door and never looked back. The wreckage learned how to stay. I don't want answers anymore. I don't need you to explain. I just wish you'd taken some of what you left in me. You left, but the pain stayed, settled deep inside my chest. You found peace in leaving fast. I stayed and faced the rest. I don't cry like I used to now, but some nights feel the same. You left, but the pain I don't want you back. I just want the part of me that didn't survive loving you. You left, but the pain stayed, and maybe that's my truth. Some love doesn't follow people, it stays behind with you. I'm not broken, just reshaped by everything that changed your life. But the pain stayed. You walked You walked away, my hurt stayed home. I've heard this before, just never believed it would sound so empty. You say you've changed, you say you're sorry now. You say you finally understand what you broke somehow. But I remember the nights I cried alone in bed while you were choosing silence over everything we said. You asked me to believe again, like trust is something like. But I carried all the damage while you slept fine at night. No more chances, no more trying to pretend. You already showed me how easily love can end. No more chances, I can't reopen that door. You broke me once too deeply, I won't let you do it anymore. You say you miss the way I cared, the way I stayed too long, but you didn't miss my heart when you proved me wrong. I gave you space to be human, I gave you room to fail. My forgiveness without change, it's just another jail. You want comfort from my healing, you want peace I had to earn, but I won't burn myself again. because I finally learned some wounds don't heal the same. No more chestnuts, it's easy crossing proof of walking away with dignity and leaving you with the truth. I loved you once, there was the chance. It was quiet, but not peaceful. We were laughing like nothing was wrong, like the cracks weren't already there. Your hand was resting on my shoulder, like you still belonged there. The room felt warm, the night felt slow, your voice felt safe again. I didn't know I was memorizing what would never happen again. I felt something fragile in the air, but I told myself it was fine. Some mornings don't sound like danger, they sound like the end of time. That was before it fell apart, before the silence grew, when love was still pretending it didn't know what it would do. I held on to the calm too long, believe the lie in my heart. That moment still breaks me now, before it fell apart. You smiled, but it didn't reach your eyes. I noticed, but let it slide. I was afraid if I asked too much, you'd disappear that night. We talked about nothing important, like tomorrow would always wait. I didn't know that almost okay was love's final state. I should have seen the distance growing, the way your voice fell back. But hope can be louder than truth, right before it cracks. That was before it fell apart, before you slipped away, before we became a memory and just had nothing to say. I still live inside that moment when love was falling but slow, before it broke completely, before I had to let you go. If I stayed there forever, would we still be okay? Or was the ending written long before that day? Some love doesn't end with screaming, it ends with holding on too late. That was before it fell apart, and I didn't fight the signs. I chose the comfort of denial over saving what was mine. Now every quiet moment hurts because I know my part. I loved you best right before everything fell apart. I miss who we were right before everything fell apart. I miss who we were right before. I loved you without conditions, and I still do. I never kept a score of wrongs, never held your flaws too tight. I loved you on your quiet days, in every version of your night. I didn't ask you to be perfect, didn't need you to stay whole. I loved you when you doubted yourself, and when you didn't know. You left without an ending, no warning, no defense. But love doesn't disappear just because of distance. I loved you in absolutes, no limits, no retreat, not halfway, not in pieces. You had all of me, even now when you're not here. Nothing's changed in truth, I don't love you less. I loved you in absolutes. I don't regret the way I stayed, I don't regret how deep I went. Some loves aren't meant to last forever, but they're always meant. I don't rewrite our history to make it easier to breathe. If loving you broke parts of me, and that's the cost I'll keep. You may have learned to love again in softer, safer ways, but I don't know how to love colder than I did that day. I loved you in absolutes, no exit plan, no guard. I didn't measure risk or pain, I just stayed my heart. And if loving you was foolish, then I'll stand by that truth, because I don't regret loving you in absolutes. Some people love to survive, some people love to protect, but I love you, to be honest, not careful, not correct. And even now, in your absence, my heart doesn't dispute. Love just unwakened with distance, it stays absolute. I loved you in absolutes before, and I said goodbye, not because the stay, but because it was real like the tide. And if loving you means carrying this, then this is what I choose. Because I don't know how to love without absolutes. You're kind, but the love isn't. I stayed. You when you stopped trying. I defended you in rooms you never entered, made excuses you never asked me to make. I believed in a version of you that only showed up when I begged. I carried the weight of both our hearts, told myself love meant patience, but waiting for effort that never came slowly turned into silence. I don't blame you for letting go, I blame me for holding tighter. Some love doesn't fade with time, it just grows heavier. I loved you longer than you deserve, long after you stopped showing up. I stayed when it hurt to breathe your name, I gave when you gave up. I mistook loyalty for love and endurance for hope. I loved you longer than you deserve, and that's what hurts the most. I ignored the way you looked away, the pauses when I needed truth. I pulled distance, a face, called pain something we'd get through. I kept choosing us alone while you were already gone. I don't know when you stopped trying, I just know I went on. They say love should never feel like death, but I hate it anyway. Some goodbyes don't happen once, they happen every day. I loved you longer than you deserve, when loving me wasn't enough. I believe in your almost effort, your half truths, your broken trust. I stayed faithful to a memory while you moved on from hope. I loved you longer than you deserve, and I did it alone. I don't regret loving deeply, that's who I've always been. But I regret forgetting my word just to keep you in love. Should it cost you yourself? I know that love loved you longer than you deserve, and I'm fine in letting go. Not because my heart stopped caring, because it learned what it sold. I won't apologize for staying, I won't save me go I was, but I loved you longer than you deserve, and I won't do that again. Stay too long, but I'm leaving with myself. I love you until you erase me. I didn't notice when it started that I'm getting smaller every day. I stopped correcting you when you got my name wrong. I stopped telling stories. It made me feel strong. I learned how to be quieter, learn what not to say. I bent myself into pieces so you'd want me to stay. I used to take up space, I used to feel weird. Now I apologize for breathing and pretend this is love I'd feel. I love you until you erase me, until there's nothing left to lose. I'll disappear in your shadow if that means I don't lose you. I'll shrink myself into silence, I'll fade so you don't leave. I'll love you until you erase me, even if you don't see me. I don't recognize my reflection, but I still recognize your needs. I give up parts of my identity like it's something I don't need. I stopped asking for reassurance, stop saying when I'm hurt. It's easier to disappear slowly than admit this love is worse. You say I'll change lately, like there wasn't the plan. I became who you needed instead of who I am. Love you until you erase me, until my voice feels out of praise. I learned how to live in fragments just to keep my place. I don't need to feel important, I don't need to be seen. I love you until you erase me. It's still loving you and leave me. I don't know when I disappear, I just know I'm not whole. I say so you wouldn't leave, and somehow I let go of myself. If loving you means losing me, I guess that's what I'll do. I don't remember who I was, I thought I needed you. I love you until you erase me, until I don't exist at all. I'll be the ghost in your life. You never asked for more. You don't have to love me back, you don't have to stay true. I love you until you erase me, because that's what I learned to do. I was here once, before I loved you. Everyone thinks I'm okay, but they don't see how heavy it is. I hold myself together in public, smile like nothing's wrong. I carry conversations easily, pretend I've been strong all along. I listen more than I speak now, keep my pain neatly packed. I don't ask for help anymore, I don't even know how to ask. They say I'm brave, they say I'm steady, say I always survive. But surviving every single day is quietly ruining my life. I'm tired of being strong, tired of holding it in, tired of being the one who's fine when everything hurts within. the same way. I just feel this constant pressure, like I'm running out of space to carry everyone's expectations, wear them like armor in his skin. But no one notices the weight until I'm collapsing within. They say you'll be okay eventually, like time fixes it all. But nobody talks about the night where straight feels like a wall. I'm tired of being strong, tired of standing alone, tired of being dependable when I feel so unknown. I don't want applause to survive it. I don't want to prove I'm tough. I just want permission to rest, because being strong is too much. What if I stop holding it together? What if I finally let it show? Would anyone stay and listen? Or would they tell me to be strong again? How to be fixed. I just need to breathe. I'm tired of being strong, tired of being strong, tired of carrying pain quietly just to keep everyone satisfied. I don't need saving or resist. I don't need to be so brave. I just wanna feel safe enough.